Welcome to the Nevis Newscast for Wednesday, April 10th, 2019. I'm Fredicia Liebert. The Ministry of Health and Gender Affairs has partnered with the Chronic Kidney Disease Department from the Taiwan International Cooperation and Development Fund ICDF program to sensitize children on the importance of maintaining good kidney health. This was according to Premier of Nevis and Senior Minister of Health and Gender Affairs, the Honorable Mark Brantley.
The My Healthy Kidneys program, which started on the 6th of March, consisted of one 40-minute session for grades 4, 5, and 6 at each of the island's primary schools, introducing children to the importance of good kidney health. The program will culminate with a jingle competition that will be open to all schools until 25th April 2019.
Premier Brantley was speaking at his monthly press conference held on Tuesday, March 26th at the Social Security Building at Pennis. The Ministry of Communication and Works in the Nevis Island Administration will receive grant funding from the United Nations Development Programme for the construction of an interpretation centre at Hard Times Estate in Gingerland.
Under Sinkis and Nevis project to safeguard and protect our biodiversity. The project is titled Conserving Biodiversity and Reducing Habitat Degradation in Protected Areas and the Areas of Influence project. Under this project, the Nevis Peak and Camps River Gut will be designated as protected areas by the NIA. 2 park rangers have been employed to protect and collect information on the biodiversity in these and other environmentally sensitive areas. They will be housed at this facility to carry out their functions. The rangers have already received extensive training along with their counterparts on sink kits under this project, all funded by the UNDP, with support from the federal government and the Nevis Island administration.
Premier Brantley also noted that there will be a tendering process for the project.
So there's a tendering process to select a contractor to close, and that is close to the end. And the winning contractor would be selected and informed shortly to construct this facility at Hard Times, Gingerland. The project also envisages the construction of a second facility in the north of the island in the Camps River area sometime in the future as funding permits.
Premier of Nevis, the Honorable Mark Brantley. Still to come.
So this particular program, Don't Pack a Pest, it's geared towards travelers, the traveling public in the international arena.
The details after this break.
At a loss as to what's going on in Nevis? Tune into NNC on NTV. Don't worry if you don't have cable either. NNC will bring the news to you wherever you are. Facebook and Facebook Live. YouTube and YouTube Live. NevisTVOnline.com. Roku app, NTV mobile app, Smart TV, Apple TV, and any other IPTV platforms. When me ANC and you ANC, NNC.
Welcome back. The following is an advisory issued by the St. Kitts and Nevis Civil Aviation Division. The general and traveling public is asked to comply with all safety and security rules as required at the Robert L. Bradshaw and Vance W. Amory International Airports. The Civil Aviation Division prohibits the following devices in checked bags: portable battery chargers, as well as battery-powered e-cigarettes, vaporizers, vape pens, atomizers, and electronic nicotine delivery systems. These items may only be carried in the aircraft cabin, in carry-on baggage, or on your person. Check with your airline for additional restrictions. Remove all electronic cigarette and vaping devices from carry-on bags checked at the gate or plane side. Persons traveling with e-cigarettes, vaporizers, vape pens, atomizers, and electronic nicotine delivery systems must declare them at the airline check-in counter. These items will be confiscated if you fail to declare them. Ensure that batteries are removed from chargers, the contacts wrapped with tape, and placed in individual plastic bags to protect from short circuit. Ensure that cords are disconnected from chargers while traveling. This is in accordance with the International Civil Aviation Organization's technical instruction for the safe transport of dangerous goods by air, the International Air Transport Association's Dangerous Goods Regulation, and the St. Christopher and Nevis Regulation 13 of 2012. The Act states that every person who contravenes a provision of this Act or any regulation, order, or directive made under this Act commits an offence punishable on summary conviction. An individual who is convicted of a summary offence under this Act is liable to a fine not exceeding $10,000 and, in the case of an offence referred to in subsection 1, to imprisonment for a term not exceeding 12 months or to both such fine and imprisonment. Don't Pack a Pest, a multinational program which educates international travelers about the risk of moving agricultural items in their baggage, is important to St. Kitts and Nevis. Senior Quarantine Officer Janelle Kelly made that note on Thursday, April 4th, when she, along with officials from the U.S. Department of Agriculture, met with stakeholders in Nevis and made site visits to the island's ports of entry.
We would want to try to mitigate or protect our borders from certain pests coming into the country, and so this particular program, Don't Pack a Pest, it's geared towards travelers, the traveling public in the international arena, in terms of them knowing really what type of commodities they can and cannot take with them when they're traveling in their baggage. And this is particularly important, and I really like to use the example of the mango. There's something called the mango seed weevil, and the weevil resides inside the seed of the mango itself. So you can consume the fruit, and then when you discard it, that particular pest could emerge from the seed of the fruit unbeknownst to you, thereby causing a pest outbreak in a foreign country. And so this information campaign is particularly important in that regard in terms of sensitizing the general public.
According to Kelly, the Don't Pack a Pest initiative ties in nicely with the information campaign of the Department of Agriculture in St. Kitts and Nevis to keep pests at a minimum.
Particularly important, of course, is the Plant Protection Act that we've recently been revising with the legal department in St. Kitts and Nevis to get that revamped, because it's really important to us. So we're moving forward in that regard.
As noted by Kelly, the Don't Pack a Pest campaign aims to promote awareness of what items people can travel with.
So what we're doing now, we're gathering information from the various stakeholders in terms of what would be the best languages to have the signage in, because it's really geared towards ports of entry, where we of course have international visitors who speak multiple languages. And so we're hoping to roll out this over the next few months. What is going to happen after this site visit, we would have done visits in St. Kitts yesterday, and today we're going to continue in Nevis to look at the different ports of entry. Some of them are private, so they have to get corporate approvals. So it will take a few weeks, but we would expect over the next few months, perhaps the next 2 to 3 months, I would say, we could look to see some signage at the different ports of entry, which would of course trigger questions and thought processes from the general public.
Represented at Thursday's meeting were the St. Kitts and Nevis Customs and Excise Department, Nevis Air and Seaports Authority, the NIA's Departments of Agriculture and Trade and Consumer Affairs, Environmental Health, and private importer E-Zone. That's it for this edition of the Nevis Newscast. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, I'm Fredisa Liburd. Thank you for viewing.
We are actually here on the site for the photo shoot of the Mr. Cool participants and Miss Culture Swimwear contestants.
Every year it's been a bit hectic, but we love what we do. I think this is the 6th or 7th year, if I'm not mistaken, that I've been doing this, so I've been honored to do this for quite some time. Next pose.
This year we actually have a dozen, so we have 6 beautiful ladies and 6 charming young men. both competing for the Mr. Cool title and Miss Culture Swimwear title. We are here at the breathtaking Paradise Beach Resort. I definitely want to thank the staff for accommodating us today. It's been truly wonderful.